Hello everyone, welcome back to Piofiore Faded Memories! Oh boy, we learned a lot in the last video, didn't we? We learned all about who we are and how we're the Key Maiden to seal away some relic. It was definitely a lot to take in. There are some things I'm still not totally sure about, like why would the church betray them, and what's the whole deal with Orlok, and what's the deal with the Lao Shu? I don't know. But we got a lot of questions answered, which was definitely very helpful. And now we're in a hideout alone with Dante, which I'm okay with. Oh my god, the the fucking picture at the end of the last video, yeah, caught me off guard. But we're in chapter 6 now, so let's continue. It had been a week since we moved into the Falzone's hideout. Oh, I've been living here a week now. Life here had been a lot more peaceful than I expected. I mean, I don't know, I did expect it to be pretty peaceful. It's just us sitting around in here. There wasn't anyone around to cater to us, unlike when we lived in the manor. But this place felt a lot more like home. It made me feel a bit better than before. Also, ever since we moved in, I've noticed things I hadn't noticed before. Morning arrived. I stood in the kitchen, boiling some water to prepare our morning coffee. Hi! Oh, good morning, Dante.
Ohayo.
Oh, you're so cute! Breakfast will be ready soon. You can have a seat at the table if you'd like. Dante headed to the table without a word. It didn't seem like he was in a bad mood. He just wasn't a morning person. That's so adorable. Ah! He wakes up on his own, but he rarely ever spoke right out of bed. Come to think of it, I don't recall seeing Dante at breakfast with the others before. Would you like espresso or maybe a cup of cappuccino?
Cappuccino.
Oh god, oh my god. That's, wow. You're adorable. With plenty of sugar? He didn't answer, but it looked like he nodded. His somewhat childish behavior brought a smile to my face as I worked. Good morning, Carlo. I'll get your milk ready right now. It's just us and the cat. Here you go.
Oh.
He set down a plate of ricotta cheese with honey and a cup of sweet cappuccino. Oh, I set it down. He did not set it down. Dante clasped his hands together in a short prayer, then began eating. Back at the church, we made very hearty breakfasts for the children, but breakfast was usually a lot simpler. It usually included breads like brioche or cornetto, accompanied by a cup of coffee. It seems like Dante eats more when he's served ricotta. After serving Carlo his milk, I sat at the table. Dante, would you like more honey?
Tanomu.
He never verbally expressed his dislike of certain foods, but it did show. His brows might twitch, or he'd stop chewing. I started to take notice of these quirks. I think he likes this breakfast. Good. It looks like the amount of sugar in his cappuccino is just right. I'm getting to know all about you.
今朝も美味しかった。ありがとう。
You're speaking more. Are you more awake now? You're welcome. Dante's expression looked a lot sharper now after he had his breakfast. I decided to speak to him since he seemed bored looking at his empty plate. Yo, what do we do all day? Oh, I'll take care of it.
いつも任せてばかりですまない。
Don't mention it. Back at church, there was a lot more to clean, so this is nothing. I bet he's noticed that I've been doing all the chores because of what happened. It was the day we arrived here. Dante offered to help with chores, only to accidentally break the dishes. Aww. It wasn't that he was clumsy, he just wasn't accustomed to doing common chores. I never expected him to handle things like this anyway, especially as the family's boss. So I asked him to leave everything to me. How cute. But I suppose it's made him feel like he's forcing me to do everything. He does ask if there's any way he can repay me though. Ironic, considering he's the one taking care of me with all this happening. Still, I couldn't hold back a smile at the thought of him trying his best to help me out. Just when I finished cleaning up, Leo came to visit. Hello, Leo!
カポに報告に来ました。それと食材も持ってきたんで、キッ チンに置いてきますね。
Ah, this much? It must have been heavy. Thank you, Leo.
これくらい全然です。もし他に必要なものがあったら言ってくださいって。ほら、カルロ、いきなり足にじゃれるなって。踏んじゃったら困るだろう。
I was confused. I was like, Leo, why did you vibrate? I'm so sorry, Leo. Carlo, go over there and play, okay?
そうそう。危ないことすんなよ、カルロ。それじゃあ、食材のことはお任せしますね。
Thank you very much, Leo. Leo coughed a bit to clear his throat, then went to see Dante.
お待たせしました、カポ。現状報告ですが。
ああ、ラオ州と峡谷に動きはあったか。
Why is the church working with the Lao Shu, or are they both making a move but separately?
今のところ特にありません。ニコラさんが峡谷の方にコンタクトを取ろうとしてます。でも、梨のつぶてみたいで、直接ローマまで出向かないとダメかもしれないって。
My shoulders fell a bit, hearing that things weren't going well at the church.
俺の方でも別の策を取れないか考えておこう。これが今回の指示書だ。
確かに受け取りました。また何かあったらすぐ報告に来ます。じゃあ、俺はこれで失礼しますね。慌ただしくてすみません、カポ。
Leo bowed his head to Dante, then looked toward me and Carlo with a smile.
次に来る時もまた何か美味しそうなのを持ってきますね。カルロもまたな。
Thank you, Leo, and be careful. Leo took off after playing a bit with Carlo on his way out the door. I heard rustling behind me and turned to see Dante going through the newspaper Leo brought. Read anything interesting?
スイスのロカルノで協議が行われたようだ。
A discussion? About what?
端的に言えば、ヨーロッパの主要国が互いの平和を保障し合おうという相談をしている。正式に条約が結ばれれば、ドイツの紛争も平和的手段で解決されることになるだろう。
That's wonderful.
ああ、これで各国の関係が緩和されれば、ヨーロッパの情勢はかなり落ち着くだろう。しばらく戦争はなさそうだな。
I do hope they all come to an agreement. Falzoni must have trade relations with other countries, which would explain why Dante was so keen about world affairs and the economy. I went to the kitchen to brew fresh coffee so that Dante could enjoy his paper. After serving lunch, I had some spare time. With nothing else to do, I decided to tidy up the place. Yeah, I really don't know what else we would do. Doesn't feel like there's much to do around here. Not that it was dirty, but there were a few spots here and there that were bothering me. Hey Dante, you want to play rock, paper, scissors? I cleaned the kitchen already, so today I'll clean the living room.
すまないリリー。
あ？
食事のことから家の掃除まで、お前には手間と苦労をかけてばかりだ。
I'm just bored. Oh, don't worry about it. Like I said, it was far more work at the church. Cleaning after two people is nothing. Not only that, I feel a lot better being able to do something rather than just sit around like before.
そうか。確かに随分手慣れているな。教会ではどんな風に暮らしていたんだ？
I had my older sisters, some friends, close to my age, and a lot of small children. I chuckled as I recalled how loud and busy the church was. It was very noisy day in and day out. Cleaning was a challenge, and the only time things were quiet was when everyone was either eating or sleeping.
大変。あまり想像できないが、そんなに苦労するものなのか？
But yes, the children were always playing outdoors, so it was always a battle to keep things clean. Do you mind if I ask how you were back when you were a child?
どうだったかな？
Little baby Dante?
町の子供のように過ごすことは多くなかったと思う。ああ、ニコラとキッチンに忍び込んでつまみ食いをしたことはあるな。
So, you did have a naughty side.
もちろん、ジュリアに厳しく叱られた。それもあって、昔は彼女が少し苦手だったな。
I wouldn't have expected that, considering your position.
それだけ成長したということだろう。とはいえ、ニコラには今も昔もいろいろと見透かされたままだろうな。長い年月を共にしていれば、わざわざ言葉にしなくても互いに分かることが多くなった。
Yeah, you're like brothers. I wish I could trust Nicola though in this route. Still weirding me out. I felt warm inside, simply looking at Dante with that gentle smile on his face. It sounds like you were raised together like siblings. It feels a bit strange having Dante talk to me about himself. Ooh, I learned more about who Dante was. And best of all, we were able to speak with a smile. Meanwhile, patience. Where are we going? Ugh, the Lao shoe. I don't want to be here.
ねえねえやん、私まだ動いちゃダメ？どうして動かないのか聞いていい？
Yeah, what happened to Faye?
何度も言わせるな。まだ時期が来ていない。俺たちが焦る必要はない。
別に焦ってなんかないよ。けどあんなのが送りつけられたのにじっとしてられるはずないでしょ。
それはお前の都合だ。
What
俺の
was
都
sent?
合ではない。迂闊に動いた結果、フェイはああなった。
Is Faye dead?
そうかもしれないけど、ずっと待ってるだけなのは落ち着かないよ。
If he's dead, you're kind of lax about it, aren't you, Lon?
だってフェイがいないのつまんないもん。ファルツォーネにも同じ仕返ししたいよ。
しつこい。
わかった。我慢するよ。けどいつまで？
さてな。とはいえ、律儀に待ち続ける義理もない。ファルツォーネが動かないのなら、待ちくたびれる前に、俺が仕掛けるか。
Stop it, Yang. Alright, I'm slightly confused about Faye. Is he dead? But again, if he's dead, Lon does not seem that torn up about it. You know? I can't tell. I could have a conversation with him now without worrying, unlike back at the manor. I was happy that things had changed for the better, if even just a little.
こんばんは。
Oh, hello.
お邪魔するよ。ああ、いい匂いだね。今から夕食？
I just finished preparing Marlin. Would you like to join us? I'm sorry, Lily. What did you just say? Don't make me repeat it. We're having refers to food roasted over coals. I'm sure you came to see Dante, but if you don't mind waiting until after dinner.
そうだね。そうさせてもらおうかな。今日は差し入れにワインを持ってきたよ。ここに来てからしばらく飲んでいないよね。
Why, thank you, Nicola. His kindness brought a smile to my face. I should get the wine glasses ready then. Dinner was set on the table, with the wine from Nicola poured into our glasses. I said a prayer for the meal as usual.
今時真面目だね。ここは教会じゃないんだよ。誰の目があるわけでもないのに。
Lily's just religious. I wasn't praying to be watched.
Nicola.
Nicola shrugged, hearing Dante's reprimanding tone. Nicola's very, I don't know. I don't know what the word for it is. This is like the third time now that has involved something like religion or I guess the whole key maiden thing where he's just like, what are you believing in that for? What are you doing that for? It's just silly. He didn't really do that in his route. At least I don't remember. I've been having my meals with Dante since we arrived here. It was normal for us to pray before our meal, so I'd never thought of it that way. I wonder if Nicola's view on prayer was a common one. I thought about it for a moment. Maybe being raised at the church made me think that everyone prayed before meals. As for Dante, he visited the church every week. I suppose he'd be considered pious as well. I felt a bit closer to Dante now. The salad was tossed with oranges and a fresh pepper and olive oil dressing. Dressing! Though it took a while, the herb roasted... well, it was well worth the effort. The main course was that served with salsa tonada.
うまい。
Thanks.
どれも家庭的な味だね。
Thank you. Thank you.
君も遠慮しないでもっと飲みなよ。
Trying to get me drunk, Nicola? Nicola grinned and beckoned me to drink by pouring more wine into my glass.
ここでじっとしているのは退屈だろうし、こんな時くらい羽目を外さないとね。もちろん、有事の時に酔って対処ができないなんてことのない範囲でだけど。
Well, if you say so. It had been some time since I'd had wine, and even longer since I had a meal with Nicola. Considering the circumstances, it felt good to share dinner with them like this.
ニコラ、少し飲ませすぎじゃないか。
Drink, Lily! Drink! Oh, don't worry, Dante. I'm fine, really.
案外、強いんだな。
I'm just chugging it down. Well, we do have wine during festivities, even at the church. We blessed wine at the church, and also included it in our celebrations. Having an enjoyable conversation over a nice warm meal. What a nice way to pass the time. After we finished our dolce, Nicola began his report to Dante. What's
相
happening?
変わらず峡谷は堅くなだね。ラオ州の方も沈黙したままで
Oh, they're
事態
gonna.
に動きはないよ。示し合わせたみたいにビスコンティがずっと沈黙を守っているのも気になるね。
Visconti?
今はまだ膠着状態だ。ビスコンティに動きがないのは理解できる。ファルツォーネとラオ州の構想がどうなるか様子見しているんだろう。
だけどダンテ、もしこの先万が一にもファルツォーネが落ちてラオ州が台頭するとしたら、それはビスコンティにとってもあまりいい展開とは言えないんじゃないかな。
I could see where Nicola was going with this. If the Falzone family follows, would the Laoshu go after the Visconti next?
ああ。ヤンは簡単に矛を収める男でもなければ、そもそも道理の通じる相手でさえない。
No! This is Yang we're talking about.
じゃあビスコンティはラオ州と戦うよりファルツォーネと組みたいんじゃないかな。例えば2組織で協力してラオ州を排除し、ブルローネの利権を分け合うのはどう？儲けは減るかもしれないけど被害も減る。向こうにとっても悪い話じゃないはずだ。
そうだな。ギルバートは頭のいい男だ。より自分たちにとって労力がかからず、有益な選択を見据えて動くだろう。
We've worked with him in every other route so far.
だが本当に強
Or you
国
guys
が
have. Like I
ラオ
always
州
said
の
we.
後ろ盾についたのであれば、また話が変わってくる。
I wasn't with the Falzone or Gilbert in Yang's route. But it's who I would rather have been with. I don't understand why the church is supporting the Laoshu, though.
強国には大きな権力があるし、ただでさえブルローネの治外法権を握る立場だからね。
A simple question came to mind. Why would the church side with an organization from another country? Right, that's what I want to know. Maybe they're being blackmailed by Yang?
その答えは君が今言ったようにラオ州がよその国の人間だからじゃないかな。
I'm not following. What do you mean, Nicola?
だって強国を心から信奉している人間に悪事を持ちかけるわけにはいかないよ。
Oh.
その点ラオ州は信仰がどうのって面倒を言わずに金で言うことを聞くんだ。俺は都合がいいよね。
Nicola, are you implying that the church is involved in all the wrongdoings?
少なくとも犯罪に加担しているのは事実だよ。強国なんて言っても聖人君子ばかりじゃない。強大な権力を維持するために表立って人に言えないようなことをしているのも当然だよ。
Nicola, you should say such things. I don't know, he might be right though.
どうして？そもそもファルツォーネ自体が強国の抱える暗部のうちの一つなのにね。使徒のことだってそうだよ。マフィアの屋敷に堂々と一人で襲撃しに来て生きて帰った。あれは普通の人間にできることじゃない。
ああ、使徒といえば聞こえはいいが、あれは長年訓練された暗殺者だ。
He was right. The physical prowess of the young man who attacked the manor was beyond normal.
もちろん強国だって自ら信者たちへ悪事を犯していると知らせたいはずはない。だからこの国の人間じゃないラオ州を協力相手に選んだんじゃないかな。
I guess that makes sense. Even though I don't want to believe it.
推論としては十分な出来だ。だが確実に裏を取ってから動きたい。
そうだね。強国だって一枚岩って感じの組織じゃないし、強国の全てを敵だと判じてしまうのは時期尚早だと思うよ。とりあえず強国の内情を探るのを優先していこうと思う。同時にビスコンティにも探りを入れてみようと思うんだ。こんな状況だからね。使えるものは何でも使っていかないと。
Dante thought for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
そうだな。俺が直接動けない今、交渉はニコラに委ねるしかない。ビスコンティとの交渉をいつもお前が担当していたのは都合が良かったな。
Oh yeah, he's got connections with the Visconti, all right. I know all about
細かい
that.
ことは僕に任せて。そうと決まればっと。
Nicola quickly stood up and reached for his hat. And then he pulls a gun out of his hat and then points it at me. She's, whoa, what the?
今は少しでも時間が欲しいからね。決まったらすぐ行動に移さないと。
Later.
頼む。
Please be careful, Nicola. And with that, Nicola took his leave. Silence fell upon the room again with only me and Dante left.
さっきの話だが、
ん？
配慮が足りなかった。あれはお前にとって気分のいい話じゃなかっただろう。
It's just my life now.
教国が悪事を働いているなんて。
I responded to Dante. Yep, I had a feeling this was gonna be a choice. Let's see. We're going with... I'm fine. It's okay. I'm fine. Surprisingly, I wasn't hurt by what I heard. Lily, why'd you just cut off in the middle of your sentence? Well, I said the rest of it in my head. Why was it split like that? Well, maybe I would have been more shocked if I were still living at the church. I think I've come to see things differently ever since you brought me to the manor. I replied to Dante in a very calm manner that I wouldn't have been able to maintain before.
そうか。それならいい。俺も安心した。
Dante's expression seemed calmer. I'm sure the church has their reasons for what they're doing. Maybe it's to protect the faith, or maybe it's something I wouldn't know. That means what they're doing is similar to what you're doing, to help guard Brillone and the relic, isn't it? Dante didn't deny what I was saying. Of course, I don't think it's right to harm others to commit crimes. But even so, I don't want to force my beliefs onto others.
お前が犯罪を受け入れられないのは当然だ。だが、それでも、お前は俺たちの行いを理解してくれた。ありがとう。不思議と嬉しい。
He's happy! Dante! Looking at Dante's smile filled me with the same strange happiness as well. Perhaps because it felt like we connected. Dante stared at me. Hi. What's the matter?
いや、なんでもない。
What? Aren't you tired? You should take a rest.
お前はまだこれから夕食の片付けをするんだろう。
Yes.
なら終わるまで待っている。手伝えないから、せめて待っている。
Look at him. Dante. Then I'd better finish up quickly. Oh my god, that man. I smiled at Dante, then cleared the table and headed to the kitchen. It's a new day. A few days passed since Nicola last visited. Waiting so idly like this makes the time go by so slowly. Hey Dante, you want to play rock, paper, scissors? What about sorry? You got sorry? What's wrong? Oh, Dante gave a deep sigh as he looked through a stack of documents. Sharing 3. Ah, Gilbert.
よく来たな、ニコラ。例の件だが、うちの弁護士が調べてくれた。
He nodded toward a large envelope on the table.
ありがとう、ギルバート。見せてもらうね。なるほどね。これ、預かってもいいかな。
ああ、いいぜ。他でもないお前の頼みだ。そいつは好きにしてくれ。
助かるよ。君たちにもそうはさせないつもりだから。
I don't get to know yet. Okay. Okay, fine. Be that way. I could tell that things weren't going well at all. It almost feels like things are getting worse by the day. It's a new day. Even more idle days passed. One day, Nicola and Leo came over to report.
今日は大きな進展があったんだ。ラオ州と峡谷のつながりはまず間違いない。
Haha, we got the evidence.
これニコラさんが調べてくれた。
Dante looked over the document and sighed.
決定的だな。これがあれば、ラオ州も峡谷も言い逃れできない。
Was that the Dante? Was that the document Gilbert gave you? Dante's just on my brain. What can I say?
探りを入れてみたけど、ウィスコンティもこの動きには感づいているみたいだった。これならうまく話をまとめられると思うよ。事態は近々好転するだろうね。
Thank goodness. I let out a sigh of relief, hearing the good news.
本来なら敵対している他の組織の手を借りる羽目になるとはな。
Dante didn't look all that happy, but he seemed to accept the situation.
だが、今の事態が続くよりはマシだ。
It looked like he was accustomed to putting the family first, ahead of his feelings.
ご苦労だった、ニコラ。
どういたしまして。今日報告できることはこれくらいかな。
わかった。レオ、一つ頼みたいことがある。
はい、何でも言ってください。
Dante stood up and went into a separate room. Leo nodded and immediately followed. With the two of them gone, Nicola began speaking to me. Oh god, it's just us.
ダンテと二人きりなんて息が詰まるよね。大変じゃない？
Oh, it's beautiful. It's great, Nicola. I'm having time of my life. It's just us. That's not true. Dante's been very kind and considerate.
そうか。さすがのダンテも鍵の乙女に優しくするくらいの分別はあるんだね。君が鍵の乙女じゃなければとっくに自由の身だったろうに。こんなことに巻き込んでしまってごめんね。
I cut you off. Don't worry, I'm fine. Despite my answer, something didn't feel quite right inside.
お待たせしました、ニコラさん。
話は終わった。じゃあ屋敷に戻ろうか。
はい。それじゃあまた差し入れに来ますね。
Yay, more stuff! Thank you, Leo. Please take care, Nicola. The two of them left our hideout, and I pondered over what Nicola said. Dante is treating me like this because I'm the key maiden? Well, I mean, that's how you got yourself into this situation, but I also think, I don't know. I don't know, I just don't think that Dante's gonna treat you like crap if you weren't the key maiden, you know? After living here with Dante, I thought I had been able to connect with him. Or maybe that was just my imagination. Curse you, Nicola, getting in our heads! Living with him here has blurred the line between our separate worlds. His way of life is completely different. I told myself over and over again to never forget this harsh truth. A day passed since Leo and Nicola visited. I had been thinking about the same thing over and over again the whole night. It's only because I'm the key maiden. No, I don't think it is. Like, I don't see Dante just, like, I mean, I get it. Like, the whole reason you're in this situation is because you're the key maiden. But let's pretend you're not. I don't think Dante's gonna be like, hey, yo, screw this girl. And, like, not be nice to you. Like, I don't know. I just don't see that. That's just not how he is.
すまない。ラテを入れてもらえるか。リリー。
Huh? Oh, a cafe latte. Sure. Just a moment. He's like, something's on her mind. I could tell Dante was looking at me oddly, so I quickly left the room. The words. Phew! I sighed as I put the kettle on. I must have acted strange back there. I'm certain Dante took notice. I couldn't seem to behave around Dante like before. I felt uneasy being in the same room with him. Now, I couldn't bring myself to smile. More days passed. So many days are passing. The thoughts in my mind consumed me, even as we ate our lunch. I sat there, twirling the pasta around my fork endlessly.
話がある。
Okay. Dante's voice drew my drifting mind back to the table. About what?
俺が何かしたのなら教えてくれ。
Oh! You did nothing wrong, darling! You did nothing wrong! No, you did nothing at all.
何もしていないならどうして俺を避ける？
It's Nicola's fault. I'm not avoiding you.
ほう。だったらここ数日の自分の行動をよく思い出してくれないか。おはよう。今日も早いな。
Oh my god, look at him. Lily, how can you ignore that? Oh. Yes. Breakfast is ready, so you can eat ahead of me. I need to get Carla's milk ready. Oh! Don't do that to him!
手が空いているなら少し話したいんだが。
I'm sorry, but I really need to clean up the place.
掃除？さっきもしていただろ
Huh? Oh, you're right. I mean, I need to get ready for dinner. Look at the time. His face. Lily, would you like to play rock, paper, scissors? Oh, no, I'm busy.
リリー、話が。
But you've been asking me to play rock, paper, scissors with you for days. Carlo, let's go to sleep, shall we? Girl, you're not discreet. Good night, Dante. He's like, this girl. Well, I suppose that was obvious. Yeah! And it's only because I can't seem to act the same way as before. No wonder Dante thought I was avoiding him. I'm sorry, Dante. I gave a great sigh.
謝罪が聞きたいわけじゃない。どうしてなのか、理由を教えてくれ。
Well, why was I acting like this? I wish I knew myself. Dante began to speak again, seeing that I wasn't answering his question.
俺には言えないことか。
No, that's not it.
ニコラには言えるのか。
Nicola. Nicola? Why do you say that? It has nothing to do with him.
じゃあレオには。
I know I can talk to Leo, but I'm sure he'd tell Dante.
レオには話せて俺には話したくないのか。
Lily, just tell him. That's not true, but it's hard to explain. You're not at fault at all, though. It's just something I need to handle myself. He's like, what? Dante frowned at my response. He looked like he was pouting. Aw. Sure, my attitude towards him hasn't been normal, but I only said I couldn't talk to him. I don't see why he'd pout about it. We're the only two people in here. Of course he wouldn't be sad if you're like, I'm not gonna talk to you. We've spent so much time together at this point. We continued our meal together quietly, without speaking. Girl, just be like, hey, are you only nice to me because I'm the key maiden? Boom. Go. I get it, confrontation's hard, but like, come on.
うまい。
Dante complimented me unexpectedly. Oh, thank you.
クリームソースがパスタによく合う。重すぎないところが
Dante seems to remember something suddenly and went quiet again. What? What? Why'd you go quiet? I washed up the dishes after dinner. It felt really awkward to not be able to share my feelings, so just share them! It probably wasn't just Dante's demeanor that was frustrating me. It may have also come from the subtle stresses from our current situation. I returned to the living room when... Oh. I'd been going through the motions when... I realized I was carrying a cup of cafe latte for Dante in my hands. I didn't want to waste a good cup, so I awkwardly placed it in front of Dante. Here.
あ
Ah. Dante accepted it with a nonchalant attitude, and without looking at me. What are you smiling about? Are you laughing?
あ、笑っていない。気のせいだろ。
What is happening? No, you were. Is there something wrong? Did I not add enough
い
sugar?
や、ちょうどいい。俺好みの味だ。
I see. We were still conversing with each other in an awkward way, but I felt a bit ticklish inside as I watched Dante take a sip of the cafe latte. We love him! That's why! Leo came again today. As usual, I went through what he brought when...
これがカポに頼まれてたやつですね。
Leo handed me a white envelope. This goes to Dante?
え、これはあなたのですよ。
For me?
じゃあ、俺は行かなきゃいけないとこがあるんで、失礼します。
Bye! Leo nodded, then quickly ran off. Dante, this is for me?
構わない。それはお前への手紙だ。
Is it from Sister Sophia? Unsure what it was for, I sat down on the sofa to read what it said. It was addressed to me, all right. This handwriting, could it be? I hurriedly opened the envelope to read the letter inside. Sister Sophia, I knew it. She's the only one who would write to me other than Elena. The letter was asking me how I was doing. I could tell that she was praying for me just by reading the letter. It went on to explain how everyone was doing. Reading it brought a sharp pain to my heart. I wish I was back at the church with everyone. The wish to go home that I'd been suppressing flowed out in tears.
Oh.
Dante was about to say something to me, but quickly closed his mouth. He then sat next to me, and gently cradled my trembling hands in his. Aww! Dante kept quiet as we sat together. Aww! He didn't speak a single word, but the silence was welcome. I felt the consoling warmth of his hands slowly make its way into my heart. Aww! I'm fine now, thank you. I mumbled my thanks to Dante as I slowly regained my calm.
礼を言われるようなことじゃない。
Oh, yes, there is. I sincerely appreciated Dante's kindness. Even if his kindness is only because I'm the key maiden. Girl, just ask. It doesn't make it a lie. Really, he's been kind to me all this time. Thinking about all he had done for me warmed my heart. Dante, thank you for saving me. Thank you for keeping me under your protection.
どうしたんだ急に。
I just wanted to thank you, to show you my appreciation. And I'm sorry I've been avoiding you. I can't explain myself properly right now. Once I get my thoughts straight. I'll talk to you about it then.
わかった。お前が話せるようになるまで待つ。ただ、必要以上に避けるのはやめてほしい。
Oh, it's painful.
結構、答える。
I nodded with a smile on my face. Yes, I understand. A new sense of resolve came over me. I needed to behave as I did with him before, especially after hearing his kind words. The air around us suddenly felt light again. Dante mumbled.
最初は、偶然お前がラオ州の誘拐に巻き込まれたんだと思っていたが、ラオ州と峡谷が通じていて、お前が鍵の乙女だからこそさらわれかけたなら、あの時、駆けつけることができて、お前を保護できて、本当に良かった。
God! Look at him! Ah! Ah! Dante only came for me because I'm the key maiden. I felt a bit saddened hearing from Dante that my value to them was tied only to the name. But what's the log button? I can't remember. Okay, there, that's what it is. Yeah, but go back. Hold on. Regardless, I'm glad I was there to help and secure you under our custody. And he said that while, like, blushing? Come on. I think there's more to it than that. I lowered my head slightly, feeling a familiar sadness when Dante suddenly mumbled. Oh! Come on, Lily. Come on, Lily. That enough right there should be good for you. Come on. Ah! Huh? I was curious what he meant by that, but Dante turned his face away before I could ask. I felt my heart racing again. I should change the subject. Dante? How's your family doing? Have there been any problems still? I've been avoiding Dante for a while now, so I haven't heard much from Leo's reports.
そうだな。お前にはちゃんと説明しておくべきだ。
Status report.
その前に確認しておこう。お前は俺たちの立場を理解しているか？もし混乱があるなら改めて説明するが。
I don't think his feelings would change whether I asked him to explain again or not. I honestly responded. Okay, let's see here. Could you explain it to me again? I'd appreciate if you could explain it again. So many things have happened, so I just want to make sure I understand things correctly. Yeah, because I'm not even totally sure I completely understand it either.
ああ、順を追って話そう。今までファルツォーネがラオ州の台頭を許していたのには理由があった。俺たちファルツォーネの本当の仕事はマフィアじゃない。
Yes, your true mission is to protect the sacred relic.
そうだ。特にラオ州はファルツォーネの顧客を奪うわけでもなかったからな。
Now they're just always in your way.
好きにすればいいと見逃してやっていた。だが、奴らがベレーノの住民どころか、ファルチェ、ひいてはアルカの住民にまで手を出すようになれば。
Are you referring to the incident at church? Dante nodded and continued.
前にも話したが、教会が襲撃される少し前から若い女性がさらわれる事件が頻繁に起こっていた。ラオ州の仕業だと薄々は分かっていたが、決め手を得られず動きかねていたんだ。ファルツォーネファミリーが下手に動けば、ブルローネマフィアの均衡が崩れてしまうからな。
His explanation made sense to me. If the Falzoni attacked the Laoshu, conflict would erupt.
そうなれば、 住民たちも巻き込まれてしまう。俺はブルローネも守りたいと思っていた。
He impressed upon me how precarious the balance was among the three organizations.
あの夜の出来事はきっかけに過ぎない。もともとファルツォーネは遅かれ早かれラオ州と峡谷のつながりは正直計算外だが、それでもラオ州は大きな打撃を受けている。戦力の余裕も失われているはずだ。俺たちはここで一気に畳みかけたい。
Do you have a plan?
今政治家やブルローネ死刑などに働きかけてラオ州の構成員を摘発させている。この動きが活発になればラオ州の戦力をさらに減少させられるはずだ。
So you're pulling strings.
ああ、汚いやり方だと思うか。そう思われても仕方ない。俺たちは自らの手を汚さずにことを運ぼうとしているんだからな。
Dante didn't seem very proud of it.
ラオ州の摘発は今のところ順調だ。ほどなく成果が現れてくるだろう。ディスコンティに対しての動きは以前お前に話した時から変わらない。ニコラが滞りなく進めてくれるのを祈るばかりだ。
And he's not being sketchy. I keep forgetting that Dante is the Falzone family boss. The thought of Dante being a boss reminded me of the thought I had been suppressing. He was only treating me kindly because he's the Falzone boss and I'm the Key Maiden. But that's okay. Well, and also he said that he's glad that we're the Key Maiden. Done deal. Back to Gilbert.
いいだろう。交渉成立だ。
グラツィエ、ギルバート。
I extended my arm out to shake his hand. We both broke into a smile.
礼ならいい。こっちの見返りは十分だからな。
よろしく頼むよ。
What's the deal? What does that mean? Even if the reason for Dante's kindness were sensational, I was fine with that since his kindness was still directed toward me. If you somehow, like tomorrow, were magically not the Key Maiden, like it somehow just transferred to someone else, he'd still be nice to you. Like he wouldn't treat you any different. Nicola came to see us in the evening after I read the letter from Sister Sophia. Good evening, Nicola. What brings you here?
ダンテは
Where else would he be? Nicola was looking behind me for Dante the moment I opened the door. Dante? I believe he's in the shower.
そうなの？残念だな。朗報があるから一刻も早く伝えたかったのに。
Well, I doubt he's gonna be in there forever. Just, like, wait here. I hadn't seen Nicola this happy in some time.
ニコラが来ているのか。
Ah, Dante, he's... Why are you doing this to me? Why? Whoa! Whoa! Dante must have heard the door and rushed out with hardly anything on. Whoa! Dante! What is with at the end of these videos? You just, like, surprised me with these pictures. Whoa! His wet silver hair and smooth skin glistened. Whoa! I need to look away!
遅い時間にごめんね、ダンテ。朗報だよ。明日の朝でもいいかなって思ったんだけど、できるだけ早く伝えたくて。ウィスコンティに探りを入れてみたら、僕たちが思うより彼らのラオ州に対する悪感情が強くてね。早速ギルバートに話を持ちかけてみたんだけど、拍子抜けするくらい簡単に乗ってくれた。
Woo! Wow!
これで状況は確実に好転するはずだよ。
そうか。それは何よりの知らせだ。よくやってくれた、ニコラ。
I'm dying!
あれ、急に黙り込んじゃったね、君。それに顔が赤いみたいだけど。
No, you are!
具合でも悪いのか、リリー。
No, you are! No, but put on your clothes quickly! Yell at him. Put them on! Dante left the room to get dressed. Woo! As he walked, Nicola looked at me and smiled.
どう？ここの生活。ダンテとはうまくやっている？
I'm making moves. Well, yes. We had some disagreements, but overall I think we're doing fine.
そうなんだ。
For having asked how things were, Nicola didn't seem very interested. You're faking. Just making polite small talk. Soon Dante came back into the room with his clothes on.
あ、ダンテ、これ、ちょっとはいいよね。
Nicola brought out a bottle of wine that bore a famous and expensive label.
ようやく事態が動きそうだし、景気づけに。
Nicola smiled happily and then invited me to join as well.
ね、君も一緒に乾杯しようよ。たまには息抜きも必要
Let's
だ
get
と思う。
drunk! Well, but only a little. Thank you, Nicola. We enjoyed passing the time with idle chit-chat over glasses of wine. We talked about how it was getting cold and how the winter crops were coming into season.
そういえばドミニクがね、まだ怪我が治りきっていないんだからってジュリアが薬を
Alright,
煎
he's
じ
not
てくれて
dead.
いたんだけど、
He's not dead. Good for him.
その薬湯を捨てていたってことがバレてね。
Ah, come on, buddy. Really? What?
それはジュリアはさぞ怒っただろうな。
What a childish move.
うんうん。あなたは一体何歳ですかってすごい剣幕で叱りつけて。ああなるとマフィアの幹部も型なしだね。昔僕たちがキッチンで盗み食いした時のことを思い出したよ。
Hey, Dante talked about that. Am I drunk? Why is my vision going? Huh? Nicola, you better not have done anything. I felt so sleepy all of a sudden. Nicola! I usually don't get like this after drinking. Nicola! Maybe it's because I'm so relieved? Nicola? What? Dude? My eyes closed while listening to Dante and Nicola continue the conversation. What did you do? You didn't do anything to me, did you? Oh no, I'm worried. Is it morning already? I woke up to the chirping of the birds. I'm at the Visconti! I fell asleep after drinking with Nicola and Dante and... No! Something wasn't right. I immediately sat up and looked around. No! Take me back to Dante! Where am I? This isn't the hideout. What's going on? What is this place? I was living the dream life with
よ
Dante!
く眠れたか。
What the? I snapped my head toward the voice. Take me back, Senor Redford!
前に会った時、ギルでいいって言っただろう。
And I want to go live with Dante, so sometimes we don't always get what we want. What are you doing
ど
here?
うしても何も。ここは俺の屋敷だからな。
His words confirmed what I was worried to be true. I couldn't understand what on earth was going on. I was at the hideout and... Why am I here now? Senor Redford, Gil noticed my confusion and began to speak.
夕べのワインはうまかったか。
No! The wine was laced.
はあ、賢い女は嫌いじゃね
And I like
え。
Dante!
それに逐一説明してやるようなまだるっこしい真似は苦手でな。
Where are Dante and Nicola?
まだあの家でぐっすりお休み中じゃねえか。強い薬を使ったからな。
Wait a minute, what? Is Nicola out too? Was Nicola not part of this? Or are they both out?
それに男どもはあんたより多く飲んだだろう。
Oh my god, wait, Nicola,
じ
it
きに目
wasn't
を覚
Nicola?
ますと思うぜ。
Nicola, I'm sorry. Let me apologize to you. I glared at Gil, knowing I couldn't trust anything he said to me. He seemed to pick up on my thoughts, but continued his usual easygoing manner.
くだらねえ嘘はつかねえよ。あの二人を殺す利点は今のところ少ない。
Oh no! I'm sorry, Nicola. I'm
それ
sorry.
にまだ生きてるって嘘をつく理由もねえだろ
I mean, like, he's been acting sketchy this whole time, so I guess... And he did take this wine and insist that we drank it. So I guess he could still technically have something to do with it. But Gil is saying that he and Dante are, like, knocked out. So for right now, I'm gonna believe in him. And if I eat my words later, then whatever. I
う。俺に
suppose.
聞きたいことはたくさんあるだろう。あんたが質問してくるなら答えてやるよ。
That's a lot of questions, but we're gonna have to wait for next time because I'm out of time for today. Oh my god. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Man, I just got that beautiful picture of Dante. Things seem to be going well between us, and now I've been kidnapped. I don't know if Nicola has anything to do with it. I'm kind of like torn 50-50 right now because apparently he's knocked out as well. And I don't see why Gil would lie to me if like Nicola wasn't involved. But he has been acting sketchy this whole time, so again, I don't know. I can't believe this. Take me back. I was living the dream life. and you ripped it away from me. Okay. I hate to end it at this option here, but you know, I have a feeling it might take us a bit to get through these questions, and you know, I want to leave you on a cliffhanger, you know? Leave you wanting more. This is all my great ploy. So it's not so much of a great ploy because now I'm left wanting more. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to stop. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!